Mr. David, when you make a movie, I want to know you about what are your inspiration?
Well, I think there's a lot of different things that come at me, inspiring-wise, that inspire me to make movies. On films that I have, it's either a book that I've read, maybe it's a story I read in a magazine or a newspaper, or it's something that even just the writer had sent me and I read the script and I really liked it. So the inspiration doesn't always come from me as a producer, but on occasion it does. So mostly for me it's about finding a story that I'm passionate about. If I'm passionate about a story, that is definitely the most important thing, because it's so hard to get a movie made. It takes so much work and so long and so much effort and so much sacrifice that I just find that the most important thing is to be incredibly passionate about the story and stick to your ideas and make sure that this you can try to tell the story that you want to tell, and because everybody's going to want to change it, and that's the nature of movies. But if you can work with the right people and find a great story, then there's really no reason to change the story. So find a great story, let it be the inspiration for you and your passion.
Okay, so I want to know about what criteria do you use to cast the actors and actress?
Well, that's a tricky question because it is a business. We are in a business. So generally, on most movies, the lead actor, the star, you're going to need somebody of what they call marquee name value, because that's what's going to ensure that the film is sold and seen by a lot of people. A lot of people would be happy to go see a movie, that they don't know about, say with Brad Pitt or George Clooney or someone like that, or numerous other people. So that sometimes you have to cast the person who's going to get your film funded, who's going to get your film made. But the other roles are purely is you look for the best actor. So you're looking for actors that have an interesting take on the role through the audition process. So say you meet people and you have a chance to have them read the material and sit and talk with them, and they work with the director, and it's like, wow, they came up with some really interesting ideas. So the actors are the gems that are going to bring these characters to life. So casting is super important, and it's finding actors that have the skill, the confidence, and the right understanding of the character that are going to help to bring it to life. So it's super important.
So before you start to a movie, all actors have to workshop or learn more about acting?
Well, yeah. I mean, generally when you're making a movie, a lot of the actors that are coming to you have been through lots of training. They've done lots of workshop, they've studied and things like that. Every once in a while, what's fun is the last movie that I worked on here in Thailand, we worked with a lot of non-actors, people that had never acted before. So it was just for the director, it was a longer audition process. But he finally found people that were a couple of young kids that were actually very natural and they were very good. And that was a process of workshopping with them and just working, talking through the script, talking through ideas, talking through performance, talking through the subtleties and nuances of the characters. And that's a fun part of it, is to see somebody who really doesn't do this for a living, and they don't come to the table with a lot of sort of predisposed ideas. It's just raw talent. And it's fun to watch that develop, especially in front of the camera, and then in the final movie.
So the next question is, how could we be a good actors?
How could I, or could anybody? No, I mean, I'm not an actor. I've done a little bit of acting, but I don't consider myself an actor. And actors, because it's a career, it's a very specific career choice that people make, and I think it's people that work hard and spend many years studying and practicing and workshopping to be an actor. That's important, and not anybody on the street can do that. So I think as a good actor, the best way to become a good actor is to study, read any books you can about acting, about the movie business, about performing, and then start taking classes. There's a lot of great classes. There's good colleges like this one here. There's places where you can learn, and then once you start to get your feet as an actor, the thing is to keep performing, whether that's doing a small play, whether that's doing a short film, whether that is getting together with a group of friends and coming up with an idea and making a little thing in America we call a sketchbook. So sometimes where a director will just with a little camera like this, something simple like this nowadays, and in this day and age, we live in the world where you could actually make a movie with this Canon camera, you know, so it's amazing. So there's no reason for anybody who's an actor or director or writer not to make movies, not to make little pieces, do something that's interesting. There's no reason now because you can do it really cheaply. And a smart director is going to find some motivated young actors and talk it through, understand it, rehearse it, and shoot it, and then you can make a little film. And that's good for an actor because then that can go on your acting reel, because a lot of times, a lot of auditions, a lot of casting directors and people who are doing the auditions, they want to see work on tape of the actor to see what kind of stuff that they've done, what they look like, how they film. So that's very common nowadays, to audition by tape. So.
Okay, so I want to know about if you would like to be the international actors and actress. Do you have any suggestion for me?
To work internationally, I think your best bet is to certainly study as much as you can here. In Thailand, there's a lot of work. In Thailand, there is a lot of TV made. There's a lot of movies made in Thailand. And I think that's a great thing. So but because of that, there is a big international talent pool. I have a lot of actor friends that are Thai that live here. I have actor friends that are Thai that live in the United States. The hard part about the United States is it's super competitive. Here there are thousands of actors. In America, there's millions of actors. So, and just it's so few jobs. So if you want to study international acting, certainly become as proficient in English as you can. The other thing that is important, and I've told people when I've spoken at other universities and colleges around the world, is to watch a lot of movies. You really have to know cinema, especially if your goal is to work in film and television. You have to know movies. You have to study the classics. You have to, get your Netflix or something like that and sit and watch movies. Watch, 3 classic movies a week and understand them. Because a lot of times what you're going to find in the international community is people are going to make references to famous films. So as an actress, if you're going to work internationally, you better know when they say this performance is similar to Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, you better know what they're talking about, which is Elizabeth Taylor's, arguably her greatest performance. And study, if you're as an actress, study Meryl Streep, study Sally Field, study these people that, Charlize Theron, these people that have won awards and things like that, and really know their work and understand it. And that's a big step up also in terms of competing in the international market, is understanding what the competition is.
Okay, finally, we would like you to talk about the DVK Star Talent Academy.
Okay, well, I think it's a very exciting project that is starting here in Pattaya, and I think anytime you can concentrate an academy or a learning institution and surround artists with other artists, I think that helps people become motivated. And it also raises the bar, not to use, that's an American colloquialism, it sets the standard very high. And so I think what the potential for an academy, the potential for an academy like this one is really to groom and prepare its students for a career in this field, because that is the goal. Is that when you guys leave here, you're ready for the workplace, and that's important. And through guest speakers like myself and other people that we know in the business that are going to come here, they're going to tell it to you straight, and that's the important. This is not a school where it's like everybody gets a passing grade, no problem. You have to be good. There's a standard to, if you're a chef, you go to the Cordon Bleu school. If you want to be in the performing arts, you need to come to a place like this academy here.
Okay, thank you for the question. So, like me, I want to know about, can I going to be a superstar?
Well, that's a tricky question, because you never know. Superstars, you could probably be a very talented actress, but a superstar, that's sort of something in the cosmos. You never know why certain people are lucky or not, to kind of get the opportunities align and stuff like that. But from what I can tell so far, I think you have a very good chance.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You can be a superstar at the DVK Star Talent Academy.
Yes.
You can be a superstar at the DVK Star Talent Academy. Right here in Pattaya.
Okay.